It first started when I was 15, which is like a small white dot right here. Then it started to happen on my lips. And I will never forget, one day I was in the car and my mom looked at me one day and was just like, you have to stop sucking the color off of your lips. We went to the dermatologist and that's when they were like, oh, this is vitiligo. Vitiligo can affect anybody at any time in their life of any background. The cells that cause pigment to occur, they just die. Nobody knows why they die or how they die. Every day I wake up, there's a new white patch somewhere on me. It was a rough time because in middle school and high school, I got bullied a lot, primarily by people that would say things like, you act white or you talk white. They would make fun of the way that I talk, the way that I dress, the music I listen to. White people listen to that music and white people dress like that and white people skateboarded. So it was like if you did any of those things, then you were betraying whatever it is that people thought blackness was. So when this happened, the jokes got really personal in a way that was really upsetting. I remember when it started to progress a lot, this kid came up to me in the cafeteria, starts laughing. I will never forget this. He says, wow, you're so white. God decided to finish the job. It was just terrible. I was really depressed for a really long time. My eating disorder just worsened. I was just really insecure, just overly self-conscious. I wouldn't leave my bedroom without a full face of makeup every single day, and that lasted for years. Because I would also wear gloves, I would wear tights, I would wear scarves. Like during every season, it was just complete covering so that you couldn't see the white. But then eventually, once it started to spread like a lot more, it was a lot harder to hide. I worked at this French cafe for a while, and there was this like older couple that came in to eat. And the woman goes, don't take this the wrong way, but are you in blackface for like a show at Lincoln Center or something like that? Or like what's going on? And my manager was standing next to me, and she couldn't believe that she'd asked me that. And I was just like, no, I actually have a skin disorder and this is makeup. And then I walked them to their table. But yeah, on a daily basis, like even now, people I've never spoken to will come up to me and just ask me the most invasive questions. Am I a burn victim? Am I bleaching my own skin? Why am I doing this to myself? What are you? Just a lot of what are you? Even though I don't know my specific heritage, I know that I am black, and I would never elect to do anything that would make anybody question that identity. I stopped covering up so much with clothes, mostly just like my legs, because my legs weren't as affected yet, so I would wear shorts sometimes. But there was one day where I was just like, I think I'm just gonna go to work without makeup today. I was wearing my shades, and I just had my music on. I was trying to avoid eye contact with everyone. As I was walking upstairs to start my shift, one of my best friends like caught me in the staircase and was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, yeah. And then I just went up, and then like as I was walking up to start working, everybody was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. And I think I started crying or something. And then after that, I didn't wear makeup again. Ever again. It wasn't until that I stopped wearing makeup that I really think I kind of accepted it, because before that it was really just like, this is terrible, my life sucks, I have no control over anything, I'm hideous, this is awful. I think for the longest time I had a very narrow idea of what could be considered beautiful because of all of the same image that I kept seeing, until I really realized that that was just like a constructed idea. I didn't think of myself in those terms. The first time I like legitimately, seriously, actually like felt pretty started happening last year, where I would just like wake up sometimes and just be like, I don't look too bad, I guess, or something like that. I think it's just like the living your truth thing, where it was like, does beauty even really have to be something physical, or can it just be like the way you exist in the world? I don't let what people think about me affect me as much, because I know that it stems from an issue with them and not an issue with me. And it's like a really good feeling, because I was like a slave to people's judgments of me, a total slave to it. And that's kind of like an intense word to use, but I mean, that's what it was. Like I was not in control of my own self. The person I am now and the place that I am in my life now wouldn't be possible if not for the things that I had to experience because of vitiligo. Like, I think it gave me a much stronger sense of self. I think it helped me learn how to love myself more fully. So my name is Jesi, and I want to dispel the myth that anything is set in stone. Beauty or freedom or justice are dynamic concepts